All right, Programming 11, we're going to learn about circular movement, or at least one way to do it. It's basically going to be using the same kind of rotate stuff we were doing before, but we're going to draw the planet. Well, we're going to make a little planet thing. We're going to draw the shape off center. So before, when we made the compass in that previous video, it was the compass was centered at 0, 0. But if we draw it off center, rotations always happen around 0, 0, so we can make something kind of orbit around that point. So we'll just quickly draw something. Just like we did with the compass, I'll make a quick like separate sketch just to do some drawing, and I'll make a very boring drawing. I'll make just an ellipse, and I'll make it at, let's say, 300, 0. So if we run that, oh yeah, it needs to have a size. Let's make it 100 by 100. Very boring, super boring. There it is. Maybe I'll actually make it 250 or something, just to make it not too far away. Yeah. And then we're going to take that, and I'm going to put it into a sketch that actually has some void setup and void draw stuff. But an important aspect of this is that I drew it off center. I did not draw it at 0, 0. If I draw it at 0, 0, then it will just spin, and a circle spinning doesn't look like very much unless it has some pattern on it or something. So I drew it off center. So I'm just going to comment that out and keep that around, and I'll remember that for later. I'll put in all the goodies to make this an animation. Void setup and void draw. And let's, keep the size 600 by 600, I guess. Not too important. I would like it to be a planet of some kind. So I'm going to make a spacey background. Let me think about that. What else do we want to do? We want to put in a planet function, so we can sort of say, I'd like to be able to say planet 300, 300. So in order to do that, I've got to make a planet function, so void planet. And this is drawing upon the stuff we did in the video with the compasses, 4A, 4B, and 4C. So definitely check those videos out first. I'm going to make some parameters to hold those crazy arguments, and then I'll translate to X and Y. And then I'm going to draw my, I guess I didn't copy and paste. That was from my font video. Copy and paste the ellipse. Okay, so what have I done? So this planet basically is drawn off center. We tell it where to go, but it's going to be 250 from that point. So if I run this, where do we see our planet? It's over on the side. But now we're set up for rotations. So I'm actually going to put in that rotate, and I'm going to need a variable to rotate. So let's put in rotate. No, what am I talking about? I want to make a float for the variable, angle. We'll start angle at 0, angle equals 0. And then I could do something where it's like angle equals angle plus 0.1 or some small number. And then mostly I just want to be, rotating and stuff. So I'm going to just put the rotate. I guess I'll put a rotate in here. It could be elsewhere. Rotate by angle. So angle is going to keep increasing, and so we'll rotate it. And watch what happens. It's going to rotate around the point. Rotate always rotates around the center, and we drew our thing off center. So that means it's going to spin around the center point. So we can create circular motion that way. One last thing to keep in mind is we have to include the push matrix and pop matrix. Otherwise, all the spinning is going to spill out into everything else we do in our drawing. So if I have other things in here that I do not want to spin, like maybe there's my face in here or something, then I'm going to make sure that that's not going to mess with that. I don't want everything to spin. I just want the planet to spin around the center. So I hope that is helpful. That's how you can make some circular motion. And of course you could, change this number, to make it like a tighter spin. If it's spinning around a smaller space, you can change this number to make it spin slower. So if we change the angle by a slower speed, then we'll get much slower rotation. And you can even subtract this number to make it spin the other way. And whatever other details you want to experiment with, I'm sure you could find some cool stuff. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope you're having fun with this project.